There's only been one game played. But in my opinion, these teams are not Super Bowl contenders after week 1.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me where I went wrong.
Adam and I made this list yesterday, so I agree with all of them.
The Baltimore Ravens.
I think you went wrong on the first one.
They're not a contender until Lamar has a wide receiver one, like an alpha.
Let me do you one better. Not a Super Bowl contender, Carolina Panthers.
Ooh, good take.
Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off, presented by Better.
Rivalry day.
Yeah, go yourself.
It's August 9th.
You Pat.
No one likes the Niners. Everyone hates the Niners.
No one likes you.
That was a really hot start for literally just...
You said rivalry, I saw red.
Yep.
That was nice.
And he said, F you, Jackson. I go, f you.
Yeah, he had to match my
Hey, but
energy.
before you guys...
Is there an
What do
issue
you
with that?
want?
For
What
the
do you
I have
want?
to bleep all those
Yeah,
out
is
in the
there an
first
issue for
minute.
that for
No,
the
you
YouTube?
don't.
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
doesn't like curse words in
Yeah,
the first
I
30
do.
seconds.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
The
That is fair.
Hey, best of luck, partner.
Well, before you go...
I wish you a very, sportsmanshipy game.
Yes, I hope all
Teamwork.
of your players play
All right,
extremely
but hey,
well.
before we get into your Niners and
That's their
Rams, wow, that almost came out wrong. Niners and Jets.
It's, by the way, super obvious who Pat's like,
The green is one team.
Before we get into it, oh my God, we had an electric couple of days of NFL football, and man, am I fired the fuck up to talk about it. Another curse word. I'm sorry.
fired up.
Tycho.
That, I mean,
I think
We're
fine on that
cooking.
one.
We're cooking. We're good.
We're
fine
live.
on
We're
that.
glad
live.
NFL's
Yeah.
back too because college football this week kind of sucked.
Yeah.
College football is gonna be shit all year long.
Is
Dude,
it?
like,
They don't have the star power
there's
and the
no
great
good teams.
teams like they have in the past. It's just that, meh, who cares?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. But when Mizzou wins it all, I'll be okay with it. But
Yeah. Adam looks like he's scrolling. He's got a plan, Stan, and I don't want to interrupt it. But
No, I don't have a plan. I was
got
well.
chained
I
out,
was
slick back
I was
hair,
gonna.
scaring me
Yeah,
today.
yeah. I
Yeah.
needed to change. I was just
Sick.
saying I've been wearing a hat for so
Sick.
long. I needed to change.
But
it
like
up.
you're a hat guy.
I am a hat guy, but at some point you got to stop wearing a hat because
I
you're gonna
also-
push your hairline back.
I also feel like you don't have enough hats to be like a true hat guy. You know
I have a
what
lot
mean?
of hats.
Do you?
But we also have a unisex closet of hats.
You know what I
so
mean? Like
think
you
that
cycle
as you
between
will.
the aloe hat.
Yeah.
No,
the
I
caps
cycle
off
through the
hat.
same hats, but I have
Yeah.
I would say I have more than 20 hats.
I feel bad that
That's-
we bullied the certified lover boy hat out of his rotation.
No, I
You
don't
know-
feel bad about that
He
at all.
hasn't worn it once
No, it
since.
was mommy. It was mommy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mommy.
Or not mommy. It was the other woman at Chicken Kitchen
Oh,
who asked,
she-
"Do you have lipstick on your hat?" And I was like,
It's a look.
"No." I actually said it's a Drake thing, and then I realized how stupid that
And
was.
that's even worse. That makes it 20.
No,
times
exactly.
worse.
That's why I stopped wearing it.
worse.
Right now, it's done.
Can we talk about football?
Yeah. Let's talk about football. Before we
should
get
sell that
into
on
it,
eBay, by the way.
before no, because I was expensive. Before we get into football, I want to talk about Better Picks. Caps Off is always presented by Better Picks, one of the only daily fantasy apps where you can go from $1 to 1,000 and get 1,000x multipliers. Any singles, any
And
Sunday,
this guy,
any
Pat,
Monday,
to
any
the right
Thursday.
here,
Okay.
can give you better bucks anytime you want on Discord, apparently.
Kinda, yeah.
You're like
I mean,
you're
within
like
reason.
you're like the better Discord czar.
I'm like Robin Hood of Better Picks. I give the money from the rich to the poor.
Yep.
Join the Better Discord. It's linked in Better's TikTok page. And yeah, I literally do just give away Better bucks. from
Yeah.
there.
So we last night during our Sunday Night Football live stream, which we will be doing every single Sunday night, we gave away $1,000 and an NFL jersey of their choice. And Pat was giving away better bucks as well. If
75
you
more
were
on
able
top
to
of
join.
it.
Yeah, we got to talk to the winner today. I told him we would be in touch today.
Yes, we will be talking to him.
yeah.
So great Sunday night.
Yeah.
We won some money as a team, which was a lot of fun.
Dude, I checked I was up $6 going into Sunday Night Football. Now I'm up 116.
Hell yeah.
go.
Because I
Let's
had so much
go.
money on the
go.
lines, and then I doubled down.
Yep.
So yeah,
That's how you win.
I was so scared.
make sure
I
to
was so
download Better, play Better Picks, use promo code Caps Off when you do. 1,000 extra money. We're gonna be doing this all Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Every Sunday.
Let's
Every
get into
Sunday,
it. I
all
want to start
Sunday, all of
spewing
the
hot
Sunday.
takes.
Wow, my brain is not working. But
Pat,
full.
this is your first
I know.
real Caps Off.
It's like I
episode,
love
man.
that I have this excuse to just be like ignorant and just give my
Oh, it's so much
blatantly
fun.
hot
So much
takes
fun.
and like
By the way, there's nothing like it because like anything anyone says to you, you're like, I believed it at the time.
yeah,
man.
people are gonna be
Like,
so mad at me for stupid shit
Yeah.
I
all
say.
right,
and
well,
I
we're
can't
gonna start
wait.
off with
I love
a new
getting
segment.
DM wars.
Yeah.
We're gonna start off with a new segment that we're gonna be doing every single Monday on our
Yeah,
recaps
Pat
episode.
came up with the name.
Oh yeah, the 2-minute warning, but Jack's gonna lead.
Oh, no.
2-minute drill. You said it last night at like 1 a.m., but like you would have. I was like, we were trying to come up and like, God, what could this be? What this Pat's like, just call it 2-minute drill. Dude. I was like,
thought
right
you guys
there,
had
man. It's
good.
thought of that name and then moved past
No,
it because it was
no, we
so
didn't.
obvious.
It's great.
Pat, we were delusional. Man.
It was
Like,
such an obvious
you're
name
delirious.
for
It
it.
does feel like an obvious name. But here's this week's 2-minute drill. Everything that happened in week 1 of the NFL in less than 2 minutes.
Tell them how it's gonna go.
I'm gonna just say what the fucking game was, and you're gonna just First thing that comes to your mind.
You love your tip
There's
is
no way you guys
fucking-
do this under 2 minutes.
Watch this. Ready? Set
Yeah,
the
well-
timer. Set the timer.
I'm going to.
Set the timer.
All right,
3,
wait. No, whoa. Okay, that was insane. What the fuck do you think I am?
I'm going to start
Dude,
from the
it's
first
an app
game.
on your phone.
Just top of mind. Don't have to go on a rant. Just give me exactly what comes to your mind.
Yep,
Ready?
yep.
3, 2, Ravens, Chiefs.
Lamar's receivers are always going to suck.
Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback, and this is the best weapons he's ever had.
Okay, come on.
Yes, I love that. Packers, Eagles. Jalen Hurts,
Jalen
not
Hurts
a top 10
ass.
quarterback.
Pray for Jordan Love.
Oh, I would love Jordan Love to be good. Oh, fuck.
Tycho's happy he's hurt. Anyway.
Jags, Dolphins. Tread lightly, please.
Tua looked like shit.
Jags
Still let the
sneaky
Packers
good.
words.
Jags sneaky good.
Jags better than we think, for
Yeah.
sure. Cardinals, Bills. Do not sleep on the Cardinals.
Kyler, good.
And okay.
Fast.
Not Kyler, not that good. Josh Allen, best QB in the NFL, not named Pat
Buy
Mahomes.
low on Marvin Harrison Jr. Patriots, Bengals.
Bengals, not good. No,
okay.
Bengals, good,
Yeah.
not great.
Can we stop putting Joe Burrow in the conversation of top quarterbacks in the NFL?
Yeah, this
We
was
have
an
to stop.
abysmal
We
loss.
have to
Vikings,
stop.
Giants.
Giants.
Holy shit, they are bad. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh, wow, bad contract.
Is Sam
No.
Darnold good?
Yes.
Sam Darnold can lead this team to the playoffs.
Titans, Bears.
Bear down.
Chicago, Bears.
Caleb Williams, his nails were cute at least.
Caleb Williams, really bad, but he's a rookie quarterback.
Titans are going to be frisky. I think the Titans are
Okay.
going to be a very frisky team. Panthers, Saints. Wow, holy shit, the Panthers are ass.
suck.
They are
Yeah.
ass.
Are the Saints any good, or is that just
No,
Panthers?
No,
Panthers
no, that's just
suck.
the Panthers. Steelers, Falcons.
Good for us getting a win, but
Russ?
It was Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. I don't
also,
know.
don't care with the least shown game.
Justin
on,
Fields is not the starting
Red Zone.
quarterback. He didn't do enough.
Yeah, no, did not.
Texans, Colts. Do not sleep on the Colts as well. Anthony
Rich.
Richardson.
Anthony Richardson's going to be a top 5 quarterback
We
at
got
the end
30
of this
seconds. Holy
season.
shit. You think Anthony Richardson?
Yeah, top five.
Holy
Go,
fuck.
go.
Raiders, Chargers.
Start Aiden O'Connell. Get Gardner Minshew out of
I
there.
don't give a fuck about
I like
this
the
game.
run game of the Chargers.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was sick. Broncos, Seahawks.
I don't care.
Bo Nix bust, just like I said.
Cowboys, Browns. Deshaun's got to go.
Cowboys
I'm
good.
sorry. Deshaun's got to go.
Deshaun has
Yeah.
to go.
Deshaun's
Need to see
gotta
Jameis
go.
Winston.
Dak, congrats on the contract.
Come on.
Commies, Bucks.
Baker's sick.
4 touchdowns for
Jaden
Baker?
Daniels also sick.
And Rams, Lions.
Lions
Lions are not a
Lions are
contender with how
good.
they're playing right now.
No,
Yeah.
Lions are
One
who
game.
we think they are. That was a tough game to win, and they got it done at the
Defense
end.
looked good.
Sure. Hey, that was good.
Did we do it?
Oh, we did it.
On the clock. Wow.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
job,
I, think
guys.
that
2-minute
was,
drill.
I can't tell if that was a great segment or fucking awful.
I think it was
I loved
horrible.
it. I loved it.
You guys had takes written down. Jack was just team good.
y'all had takes written down?
I didn't have takes written down.
You wrote down
Oh,
takes
yeah.
last night. We talked about
Yeah,
this.
but I was
I don't know why
panicking.
Jack's
I
brain.
know.
Yeah, I don't know why Jack's brain went to good, very good, bad, or very bad.
But
No, I kind of
um,
liked it though. It was like a temperature check.
Okay, wait.
quick.
While we're at
it's
it,
quick. It's
while
like,
we're at
all right,
it,
it's a gut check. What do you think?
here are the ones we missed. Where will Micah Parsons go if he doesn't
Oh,
come back to
Wait,
the Cowboys?
These are all
hold on,
things
hold
we're
on.
talking about
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
This is not
Don't
for
tip
2 minutes.
the whole episode.
This is, by the way, that is the run of
Welcome
show.
back to Pat being a rookie on this fucking
Jesus,
show. brother.
Pat.
There's a lot of shit we missed here.
No,
No, I know, but like
No.
this one, there is other stuff we missed. Because
We didn't miss
Adam was-
anything.
Pat.
That was a segment
That's
where we're
a-
just
this
going to
is
give
a
a
whole
high
run of
level.
show. This is a
That's
whole run of
things we're going to
show.
talk about today.
No,
Yeah, no, Pat,
That's literally what that is.
no.
Pat, that is the run of show today. The 2 minute drill
All
is
right.
one.
Well, let's
the
start
run
with the
of
first game.
shows.
Let's start with the first game of the week. I know it kind of happened a couple days ago, but I want to talk about Ravens Chiefs briefly because we were talking about
Yeah.
this. High level thoughts, Ravens Chiefs.
I mean, I just. Do you want to say it or do I
I mean-
want to say it? Like, I feel like everyone's thinking the same thing.
Well, I think there's a Ravens side of it and the Chiefs side of it, and Pat said it. I genuinely believe that this is the best weapons Patrick Mahomes has ever had. Like, I don't think like we talk about the Tyreek, the Kareem Hunt, the Travis Kelce, but
Yeah, that was
from a-
better.
That was what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
No,
you
I-
say that,
No, because
and
I think
hear it now,
I
and,
think
and
it's
saying
deeper. I
that-
think those have high level names in these superstars, but it's a deeper team,
Yeah.
and there's so many weapons, bro. They didn't even have Hollywood Brown. Xavier Worthy started getting into the mix. Rashi Rice looks like a fucking the new slant boy. Congratulations to him because that's that. I mean,
a
he
sick role, by
That's a
the
great
way.
role to
Yeah.
have. Kelsey, if you could get 70% of what Kelsey used to be, that team is still lethal. The defense is playing at a elite level still, even though Lamar went Lamar. I think this is the best weapons and the best just supporting cast that Patrick Mahomes has ever had because it is so complimentary and there's so many different things that Andy Reid can do with this offense.
It's
That's not
it's
true.
deeper. I get it. I just like when you say Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. I just think you're crazy to say
Well,
that.
I don't know. No, because Pacheco's better than Kareem Hunt. Obviously, Tyreek
fair.
Hill is better than every wide receiver, but they have three
They have
now.
more,
They have
yes.
Rashi, Xavier Worthy, and Marquise
Hollywood,
Brown
yeah.
coming
And
on.
And
off
Hollywood
the-
didn't even play. Yeah. And like this
Travis
I
Kelce
and then-
kind of
I
ass.
I never thought I'd say
compared
this
to
like
that.
and I'm not trying to say this with a straight face, but like if you can get moments from Juju. Like, he's wide
He had a
receiver.
really sick drop
He's
actually on Thursday.
He's wide receiver 5.
Yo, he had a sick TikTok too.
He did. He's back. That's
Did
a good
he?
sign for them.
Yeah, that's actually
is he?
good.
Is that a good sign?
I think it's a good sign
I
because
think
that
it
means
is.
he's going to have better headspace, you know? And that,
Okay.
if he's in a better headspace, that's when they won the Super Bowl as well.
Okay. As much as I agree with you with that take, I think you might just be overreacting to the stark comparison of what the Chiefs are this year to what their skill positions were last year, where it was the worst skill position group Pat Mahomes has ever played with. You had Valdez Scantling. You had
Oh, and what'd they do?
yeah, I know they won the Super Bowl, and that's what's the most terrifying thing about this all is that the Chiefs got so much better. They got so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just there's the fact that there are 3 versions of Tyreek in some capacity, like, just feels lethal. Like, Rashee Rice can be a bigger body type wide receiver. Xavier Worthy can be a fucking burner, and then Hollywood Brown can also be a burner because he's slow. I mean, he's not a big guy. So I don't know why I said slow.
Where you
He's
going
really
here?
fast. I just think the weapons in Kansas City are way more complementary to what Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid want to do, and they look incredible. Patrick Mahomes just looked effortless on offense.
He always does. He's annoying as
No,
shit,
he
man.
didn't last year. Early on in the season, we forget the Chiefs did not look like they were struggles. They got there, but there were struggles.
I hate that.
What is?
motherfucker.
Does anyone know what the Chiefs Super Bowl odds are?
Whatever it is, I'm gonna
Like,
take.
because would you take the Chiefs or the field right now?
I'm still gonna
have-
take the Chiefs as long as Patrick Mahomes is healthy.
I have to take the Chiefs, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Which is like
I'm
not
taking the
sexy,
Chiefs as well.
but,
It doesn't even matter, bro. Like, give him literally the Panthers roster, and he's fine. Like, I don't know. Another takeaway from that game, though, I feel like Lamar's never gonna get over the hump if he doesn't have an alpha wide receiver one.
I could not agree more.
Like, that dude all night was just fucking panicking. Could you tell, like, every time in the pocket, like, he's looking for his reads, you can visibly tell he was pissed that nobody was open. So he's like, fuck it, here's Isaiah Likely, the only motherfucker that can do anything on this goddamn field, or I'm just going to run the damn ball. That's it.
I think it might have
Like-
been more of an offensive line issue, honestly.
Yeah, it
he
was.
was running for his damn life the entire game. And
I feel
I
like when
agree.
you're running for your life, it's also because no one's open.
I
the
mean,
way,
yes,
right?
yeah, they
Like-
kind of go hand in
the
hand.
Chiefs are the odds-on favorite at plus 550.
Yeah, shocker.
See, but like I would even take I would take the Chiefs even money against the field,
Yeah.
which is the dumbest
50-50
bet ever.
shot,
But
yeah.
I would.
I do think it's an offensive line issue, but to Jack's point, I just don't understand how Baltimore can continuously go into a new season saying they do not need an alpha wide receiver.
Bro, you go in
Zay
and add-
Flowers is not the guy.
You go and there's like so many wide receivers. You could have got like Hollywood Brown would have been better than what you have now.
No,
Just as an upgrade. He's not an alpha, but
But
like
Hollywood feels like a little bit older of a version than Zay. I would have loved to have seen them.
dude, they at least need depth. They don't even.
They
have
need a
depth.
guy who's like 6'2".
Who was a free
Just need
agent?
someone bigger.
Keenan Allen.
Like, Keenan would have been fine though. Keenan, I mean, if he would have stayed off the
Well,
the
that
fucking
Keenan needed
pounds,
to trade for, but they should have done it.
Keenan would have made sense, right?
Mike
Someone
Williams,
that
they
you
could
could
have
trust.
traded
Yeah,
for.
Calvin
He's not
Lamar,
an
Ridley?
alpha, but he's
What
better.
about Calvin
Calvin
Ridley?
Ridley, anyone. It's someone that could separate themselves.
None of those guys
against
really
a
did it
DB.
for me though. Those
Dude,
three names
the
we
Ravens
just
should have
rattled
tried
off.
to go all in and trade for fucking Ayuk. Like they could have done
Yeah.
it.
But I will say this also, like at the end of the game, Lamar, you can't miss that fucking throw.
Yeah, why
Like
not?
if you're
Yeah.
the upper
That one
echelon,
to
if
Zay
you're the
Flowers
elite,
when he was
yeah.
wide open.
And he
Yeah.
said he was looking for Rashad Bateman too, which like I don't know how you say
What?
that.
Why are
He
you
seems-
looking for Rashad Bateman, buddy?
Wait, like he wasn't
body,
trying to
big
throw
body.
that one to
That's what he
Zay?
said in
Fair.
the post game. Yeah.
Interesting move out of Lamar.
Anyway, I want to
Yeah.
move off of Ravens Chiefs, but I do think that if we're solely going to overreact, the Chiefs take makes a lot of sense. The weapons are just ridiculous,
it's
and
not fair.
it looked so much easier for Mahomes. And then from like the Lamar standpoint, they're going to be in the race. I wouldn't try when they get back to the AFC Championship, but like your big offseason signing was Derek fucking Henry, and you didn't
Y'all
even
don't
you
need
couldn't
more
use them.
rushers,
You
bro.
couldn't
Like,
fucking use him.
you barely
Justice
used
Hill
him.
looked
Yeah.
great.
I think I said something like he had 8 touches in the 1st quarter, and then he had like 6 the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry won't catch a ball this entire season was what I took away from that.
Yeah, no, not a chance.
They
Like,
just don't even want to give him the ball.
I like Justice Hill, man.
He looked
He
real
looks
good.
good. He
Justice
looks real
Hill
good.
looks better than
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Okay. Move
Let's
He did.
let's go into the Friday night game in Brazil.
Oh boy.
Which before we go, I didn't even realize that like X is fully banned in Brazil. Like did you know that?
Yeah.
So
Twitter. Don't say X.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I don't know. Well, because I just
What?
Twitter's fully banned in
There you
Brazil. Did everyone know this?
Did not.
Yeah.
So the beat writers were having their wives back home tweet for them.
That's
That's awesome. Wait,
That's sick.
wait, that's so funny.
Shout
I
out
hope
Wags.
the wives like tweeted how they would. Like,
Shout out
instead
the
of
Wags.
like-
Because there was like a
gotta
tweet
imagine
where
it was a text.
wife was like, "This is so and so's wife." Like he's sending me things back from Brazil. Yeah,
That's awesome.
You know what's awesome is like I would have been like, you know, honey, just run my Twitter account for the day, just see how it goes.
That would've
It'd be
been
a
fun.
funny bit.
They also like
Except beat reporters take their jobs with.
they don't have like someone they work with that could have handled it though.
I agree, but
Yeah, like an intern.
funny though.
Yeah, funny, but like an intern.
objectively funny.
High level thoughts. Packers. Eagles.
Wow. Yeah. So maybe I'm just being a hater. I don't give a shit. I would say Jordan Love. No, Jalen Hurts is not a top half of the league quarterback at this point.
That's an overreaction.
Or all right, not a top half of the league thrower of the football. Jalen Hurts, dude. When I tell you he was making Jimmy Garoppolo-esque throws,
Okay.
I'm so serious, dude. Like he looked like shit. And it's not like the Packers defense is that great either. He was looking terrible. This dude, if his first read is not there, just panics, fucking runs around, hucks something up, and either in the defender's hands or hits the ground. He looks terrible. If he doesn't have A.J. Brown bailing him out, and like the thing is he's doing this with like the thing is he's doing this with like elite talent around him. Like he's got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, fucking Saquon Barkley looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like,
Can we
all
also-
three of those guys look sick, and then Jalen Hurts is out there shit in the bed.
Didn't Jalen Hurts have he had 3 turnovers?
He did.
Yeah,
Correct.
He had 3 picks.
But they won the game. They won the game.
And yeah, so I'm saying the Eagles are. This is the worst they're going to
Okay,
look.
but
The
here's
Eagles
my
are
thing.
fine,
Here's my thing
but-
about them winning the game is that they're gonna play teams where you can't have 3 turnovers and you're gonna still win that
Yes.
game. Like Jalen Hurts can be the reason that the Eagles win a Super Bowl, but Jalen Hurts can also be the reason that the Eagles do not win
Well,
a Super
dude,
Bowl.
remember we were talking to Ray, like this guy that we work with, Ray. If you guys saw live stream last night, he's a diehard Eagles fan, huge,
Yeah.
and he was like, Jalen Hurts has regressed, back to
years, he
his
said.
rookie year.
He said he regressed
He's
2
regressed
years.
2 years back to his rookie season where he looks terrible.
I thought he also made a great point. Run
Yeah.
with your legs. You're fast. You can run guys over. You bench
wonder if it's
or
a-
squat 600
I
pounds.
wonder if it's a thing where he's trying to prove like no, I'm not just a runner. I can fucking.
No,
I think
but-
it's half not. I hear you on that. I think it's a lot from the coaches too of like they want to preserve him. They don't want him getting injured. I think that's always a worry with running quarterbacks. But use the
That's why
God-given
he's good.
talent that you have. Like that's what makes
Yeah.
you different from other quarterbacks. Is
And
that
when
you can get out of
when
the
you
pocket
run
and
enough
run.
too, it's going to open up the passing game.
I
And
actually, I get it. I disagree with Ray in the standpoint of like use your legs because like it just when I was watching that Eagles game, it felt like just Jalen Hurts could not trust his first or second read. Like he could not make a decision. He would even have an easy check down and he wouldn't even take it. And so yes, you could say like use your fucking legs, but there were moments where like just drop back and pass and he's still not there. He's panicking in the pocket and he would scramble out, wouldn't even throw the ball away. It would take you wait till like the last second, try to keep the play alive. So yeah, I don't know. I think when I like look at that game, I feel like everyone's major takeaway is like Jalen Hurts kind of fucking blows right
Yeah,
now.
but dude, the amount of times like I was watching with my buddies that like someone would just like Jalen Hurts would do some shit on a play and be like, dude, Jalen Hurts fucking sucks. Like the amount of times people were saying that night is hilarious.
Like he has a decision-making problem is what it feels like. And he can be an amazing leader, and I think Jalen Hurts can get back to being that MVP caliber player. But right now, especially with the last year, with how he played over the back half of the year, I don't know how you say Jalen Hurts is even a top 12 quarterback,
And
regardless of how you pass.
I
it.
know
Such
I
an
say it.
overreaction. This is such a weak
No,
one
no,
overreaction.
it's not. It's not
No,
because
it
this
is.
has to do with last year as well. Like I know I say it as like a joke and a bit sometimes, but I'm starting to really believe it. Like he's a Shane Steichen merchant. Like this dude was so fucking good under Shane Steichen. We see what Anthony Richardson has done with him. Like maybe like the offense that Kellen Moore is running for Philly and the offense they were running last year, like Jalen Hurts is just not a good quarterback. It's fine to be a system quarterback, be very good in that system. I don't think he's a guy that can be good in any system.
But you
Jalen
just
Hurts.
okay, but he could be good in Shane Steichen's
Shane
system.
Steichen.
That's what I'm saying, but he can't be good in any system. You can,
Okay,
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
you're
I
saying
thought
like
you were
he
saying-
can't be
yeah,
great
yeah.
in any of them, but he could be
Yeah.
in some of them.
Jalen Hurts can be great in a certain system. He is not going to be great in every system.
It is interesting, and you started bringing up this point, though, is like if that's the worst, theoretically, that Jalen Hurts can play, and they still can win a game against a team that I think is a very damn good
Packers
team
are
in
good,
the
not
Packers, then the Eagles are going to be fine.
Yeah, no. If that's the worst Jalen Hurts is going to play and they still win, by the way, like I'm not saying the
Saquon
Eagles are
Barkley,
shit.
though,
Elite.
He's so good.
Oh my god, he's so good.
he kind of looked like Penn State Saquon.
I don't know why I didn't take him in every
He's going to
fantasy
be
league.
offensive player of the year this year, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I
he's
don't hate
sick.
that.
That's one of those where like I read one too many fantasy articles of like, Jalen Hurts is going to steal a lot of touchdowns on around the goal line. From
It's like, no,
Saquon
'cause
Barkley,
they're
he
actually
had
gonna
three.
keep their
He had 3
quarterback healthy.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had 3 of them, and I think
Yeah.
two were at the goal line.
Yeah,
Yeah, Saquon's sick, bro.
sell high.
Yeah. Oh, okay, move.
What about the Packers? Any thoughts there?
They played well. I hope Jordan Love comes back quick. Like you never want to see a quarterback go down, especially on the last play of like a meaningless
Yeah, that was
toss
crazy.
down the field. That was brutal to see. But the Packers looked good, not great. Like Jack said, they are a good team. They are a frisky playoff team, a frisky contender. But until we know how long Jordan Love is out, I don't think you can make any kind of real statement on the Packers.
Yeah, I also just need to see like more of Jordan Love, and then it sucks that he's going to get hurt in week won't actually be able to see it
Yeah.
for like 4 to 6 weeks.
I
But
believed in the Packers, but yeah, it's gonna be 4 to 6 weeks.
How do you think he played before going down?
I think he had moments.
played well. He didn't play awesome.
Yeah, I think he had moments where like that one throw to Jaden Reed where he moved up in the pocket and then threw it kind of a little bit on the run. Like that was impressive as shit. But then he had throws where he'd miss it. Also, the field was a major issue in Brazil.
Yep.
Like everyone was slipping.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I agree. You can't really say anything about the Packers with Jordan Love not being there. I want to jump to Texans Colts because I feel like the Texans Colts was.
Pat was hyped up about this.
I mean, I thought it was like we were obviously at the Dolphins game and you could see it on Red Zone, but just like there were always moments and Joe Mixon fucking 30+ touches, which is
Joe
ridiculous.
Mixon, who cares? Anthony Richardson is a top 5 quarterback. Not right now. Will be a top 5 quarterback at the end of the football season. Did you see the throws he was making? Did you see the ball come out of his hands?
Anthony Richardson,
I know he's got a gun. He's sick at running. But
Did
like,
you see him
that's
running to
great.
it's over?
Yes, I saw, but like
No one else can do what he does. No one else can do it. And he's got, to your point, he's got Shane Steichen calling plays for him.
I know
That is true.
He's got the pieces.
Shane Steichen's the perfect coach for him.
Perfect.
Perfect coach
Alec
for
Pierce
him.
looked sick. He was making Alec Pierce look like Megatron.
So your top 5 quarterback only completed 9 passes.
On Red
Those
Zone,
are-
he
did you see him-
completed a lot more.
Did you see him run over that
Those
motherfucker?
9 completions were the 9 best completions that a quarterback had in a football
Anthony
game.
Richardson had an 87.7 QBR. He was 9 of 19. 47%
For how many
completion
yards?
percentage.
How many
Tell me
yards?
how long
For
all those
212.
completions were.
9 for 212.
Yeah, 9 for 212. That should tell you all you need
That
to
Anthony
know.
Richardson bomb to
Off
Alec
the
Pierce
back foot.
That was sick.
ridiculous.
Wait, are you talking about the touchdown pass or
Yeah, the
the
touchdown pass.
Touchdown off the back.
Oh, so Alec Pierce had 2 of those. I didn't know, like, because he had the other jump ball too. There was
Oh,
another
yeah,
deep
yeah.
ball that he
Yeah,
went
there
up
was a
and
deep
got.
ball. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, I was talking about the touchdown pass where he was rolling left, threw off his back foot. The ball traveled maybe 60 yards in the air.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
that-
of. That was.
But then he
insane.
also had another one that was, down the middle of the
Mitchell.
field.
It wasn't Alec Pierce.
Adonai?
Okay.
No, that's the wrong Mitchell.
But dude, it's just, I'm overreacting. That's what we're paid to do. And he throws the ball so hard when it's across the middle. The ball looks so different coming off of this guy's hand.
It's like a laser.
It looks
bro.
completely different from any other quarterback in the NFL. And that play where he was on the goal line, he almost threw an interception. I think the play before running the one in, and all of us are just like, "Hey man, you're Anthony Richardson. Pull the ball down and run some motherfuckers
fucking
over."
run.
And that is exactly what he did.
Well, can I actually? I'm going to advocate for your devil right now. Is the fact that
That was a crazy
that a
way to say I'm
saying?
going to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, I'm gonna advocate for your devil right now.
Jesus, man, just sometimes say the normal things, dude.
All right, man. Just
Go ahead, play devil's advocate. Advocate to my devil.
I mean, I don't think it's that crazy to say that Anthony Richardson can be a top 5 quarterback by the end of the year. Like after this past season.
Does he know what devil's advocate means?
No.
Because you're supporting me.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
That's
No,
not what devil's
you'd be-
advocate is. Devil's advocate's the opposite.
Did you not have a rebuttal saying he was not going to be?
Well, you were
no,
saying, I
was-
thought you were playing my devil's advocate. Sorry, go
Okay,
ahead.
sorry. Go. Just go. Go.
Okay. Sorry to the devil.
Just cook. It doesn't matter what you
Go-
said.
go
about
off, King.
I'm just saying,
advocating.
I don't think it's that crazy to say that Anthony Richardson can be a top 5 quarterback by the end of the year. What did we do after this past season? CJ Stroud played 1 fucking year of football. Jordan Love played 1 fucking year of football. And people are throwing CJ Stroud in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Love, maybe not in the top 5, but like right around there, and he should be there. So if Anthony Richardson can play well this year, if he can have these crazy fucking moments, then he can easily be in that conversation. The AFC is all about this. Ready? You either have an alien or you don't have an alien. Anthony Richardson is their fucking alien, all right?
That's
The Dolphins don't have an alien. We have a fucking guy who plays the ukulele. I would love an alien, okay? I love the ukulele. I'm sorry. I know your grandfather or your great-grandfather or your great-great-grandfather
Yep.
built the ukulele. I'm so happy for you. But you know who's even happier? Colts fans, because Anthony Richardson is a goddamn alien.
I saw a
Had to go
Panthers
back to
fan.
Tua, huh?
Dude, yeah, it always, all roads lead back to Tua.
Yeah.
I saw a Panthers fan on TikTok that made the greatest point I've ever seen. The athleticism, God-given talent gap between someone like Anthony Richardson and Bryce Young is the same
crazy.
as me to
Yeah.
Bryce Young.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
You might as well be
absurd.
Bryce Young.
He's 5'11", runs a 4.9 40 maybe. I don't know what he ran, but
it's quicker than
it's
that.
yeah, sure. But the guy was saying, he's like, every time Bryce Young is forced to get off script
To make a play.
and make a play, he has to go 110%, try
Because
so
he's-
hard
because
because
he's a
he's
tiny
so
little
little.
boy, yeah.
He's just not cut out. Like, sure, he
Yeah.
can process reads, he can get through, he can do what you need to
and
do.
all
He's
Anthony
accurate.
Richardson has to do is just like, You know what? It's not that. Let me just pull the ball down. I'm 6'6", 250, fast as fuck. I'll just
I
run
know
someone
he's got to
over.
stay healthy and be
Like,
smart about that.
He will.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man. Don't talk about that. Spit it out. Don't even
But-
say the words.
Adam loves bringing up injuries. Man.
It's not like I want to see
full-
Rich
it's a
play a
major,
full
it's a
season.
major fucking part of the game. What do you-
I had to stat check you really quick. Bryce Young ran a 4.52.
Oh.
Anthony Richardson
Yeah.
4.43. So like,
He ran a 4.43. Dude, he's an alien.
no, I know,
no,
but
it-
point
what did he-
nine
what
is
did he put
not.
up?
You want to know what's even crazier about this whole Anthony Richardson conversation? Before he started in the NFL, actually, I think
Yes.
this is actually including it, but he had 17
It is.
starts in his career at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
Like that's
17.
Isn't that including high school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And look how good. Like, that's what I mean. If you
Dude,
give this guy a
he's-
full season, think of how far he's gone in 17 starts.
Think about
he
it.
has 16 more. It's
crazy.
He could be doubly as good as he is
But
right
by
now.
the way, like his teams at Florida were not good. Like in college, Florida was not good when he was there. He was just like, I was like, this guy's a fucking freak of nature, dude.
Yeah.
Like just put him in the right place in the NFL.
the Colts are so frisky.
I
and
will.
fun, man.
I would. I think a big part about it also is like you were talking about Shane Steichen. We were talking about the fucking Eagles, but Shane Steichen,
is
he didn't
he-
throw the ball more than 20 times. He had fucking 19 attempts.
And they-
That's the
they hung-
least
they
in the
hung right in
entire
there with
week
the fucking
one.
Texans.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
So I just think like where the Colts are at right now, the Colts to me, here's what I'd say: the AFC South is no shoe-in for the Texans.
No.
Because the Titans are going to be frisky,
Nah.
the Colts are going to give them a run for their money, and the Texans are going to have to eke out some
And the-
tough
and the
wins like they
Jaguars
just
look better
did.
than we thought.
And the Jags are going to be better than we
It's
thought.
a good division.
It's one of the best, in my opinion.
It actually probably has the most parity.
So yeah, good for Anthony Richardson.
Good for A. Rich.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
showed us
yeah.
exactly what we wanted to see.
And
Texans.
Texans thoughts.
Got to talk about him.
No, they're good.
Yeah, that's
Very
really
good football
This
club.
is exactly who we knew they were.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I will say though, if Joe Mixon looked incredible.
I feel like an absolute clown for not drafting Joe Mixon in
Yeah.
every fantasy football league. One of the best rules of fantasy when drafting: take running backs in good
And
offenses.
he's like the clear-cut only running back.
and he's the clear-cut number one
and
in a
fucking
top 5
Cam Akers.
offense in the NFL. Like,
You
what was I
brought up,
thinking?
yeah. There's not really much to say with the Texans because I feel like this is the team we knew them to
Yeah.
be. I'm more impressed by the Colts when I think of
Yep.
how that game went.
Yeah.
You brought up the Jags though, and I kind of just want to go there because I think you and I had a strong thought. We were able to see the Jags in person.
Yeah.
What are your takeaways from Jags Dolphins? I don't think there's much to take away from the Dolphins side so much as there is on the Jags
Yeah,
side.
I was very impressed with the Jaguars. I think I don't know about everyone as a whole, as like the media and football fans in general, but we slept on the Jaguars big time.
We did.
Like
We all did.
we were just way too disrespectful. Maybe it's because I'm a T-Law hater and you are as well. Understand that, but like their defense looked fucking good. That front seven looks sick. Like they got Eric Armstead now there. Like Trayvon Walker looked really good. Joshua Hines Allen is sick. Like their front seven was giving Tua fits and problems and the running game all day.
Yeah, they couldn't run the
So
ball.
like I feel like that's what the Jags need because Trevor Lawrence is not an alien, right? I don't think by any means. He looks good. Brian Thomas looks sick. Like they're going to be a good football team. Like I feel like they're going to be right there, up there with the Texans.
Well, you had a thought, which is
Oh yeah. The Brian Thomas one?
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Yeah, Brian Thomas is this year's Puka Nakua.
interesting.
Overreaction.
I don't
times.
think
I don't
it's
think
a
it's that much of an
crazy
overreaction.
reaction.
I don't think it's that much. He was clearly the one there, and I think the big part. And go. You want to go ahead?
No, go.
The big part about like the Brian Thomas situation is that Calvin Ridley last year had 136 targets, 22 end zone targets which was a league high, and 1,800 air yards, which is the 8th most in the NFL. Calvin Ridley now leaves. You bring in Brian Thomas from LSU, who is a big body,
More
6'3",
physical,
physical guy who can run fast
He's
as
more
shit.
of a red zone target. For
And
sure.
if you just think about it, like if Calvin Ridley just caught 5 of those passes in the end zone, like had more touchdowns, probably Calvin Ridley's still on the Jags. So right now, Brian Thomas is a guy that, in his role and given who he is, can easily be this year's
and
Puka
that
Nakua.
touchdown catch he had, that's like a veteran play.
He made that shit look so easy.
looked so
Rookies do
good.
not make that play in their
Like
first game in
perfect
the
toe
league.
tap back of the end zone.
dude.
He made it look
And
so
like,
easy.
Oh my god, it was nuts, dude.
Like people forget, Brian Thomas led all of college football in 2023 in touchdowns.
Yep.
He's insane. He's
Forgot
really
about
fucking
that.
good.
I don't have enough Brian Thomas stock. I think I have him in 2 leagues, which
I don't have any.
I
that's
got him
tough.
in like 4, dude.
yeah, that's
I
good.
wanted to pick him, but I
got
just
him in
see
2.
people reach.
all
right in
my
front of me.
leagues, I got him in the last round, like almost every league.
What?
Yeah.
You're playing with some casuals then. Jeez.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's crazy.
I won 2 leagues last year.
Yeah, you did savage.
So yeah, and then just on the Dolphins, but I just think there's not really much to say about the Dolphins. Like the one thing I'd say is if this was like 2 years ago or last year's Dolphins team, they easily lose this game. They easily lose this game. I would rather I wanted to see the Dolphins blow them out. But sometimes you need to see these types of wins where you're
I'll say,
down.
when you look as shitty as you looked and you still win, that's how you know you're a really good football team.
And no one's going to be talking about the score of this game when you're 10-6 fighting for a playoff spot in week 18. No one's going to be like, oh, we only won by 3 against the Jags in week 1. No one gives a shit.
We're not
going
to be fighting for a playoff spot because
you are.
We're going to be the 1 seed.
No, you're going to be 10-6 playing the Jets in week 18.
The one
and you lose
thing
to be a
like
wild
that I will
card.
say on the Dolphins side of it is that like I am sad that I still didn't see 2-minute Tua. Like I want to see
that's fair.
Tua like legitimately lead a drive with his arm down the field. Like it was the Jeff Wilson drive.
It was.
Like
You're 100% right.
Niner legend, by the way. But yeah, it was the Jeff Wilson drive. He was just running the fucking ball.
Red
like,
Zone wasn't showing. They had a standard definition feed for the Dolphins game. It was very poor quality. Yeah, and
it
it
was
was
like
it was weird. They didn't show it enough, even though it was a good game. Am I talking out my ass?
No,
or
I agree. I don't think it was
Mugged off
showing.
right now, mate.
It was
not
barely
enough love.
shown.
Yeah, not enough
Mugged
love.
off.
Why?
Yeah, I feel like you feel a bit mugged off the standard definition.
Stop with them.
Yeah, stop.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I just think that, and we'll move off the Dolphins. Like even Tua said it, and it felt like this. The Dolphins completely overlooked the Jags. They were like, they're going to come in here, they're going to get exhausted in this 90-degree heat by the second half.
Almost
and
like
we
the
overlooked
Jags
them.
don't practice in
No,
Florida
but
too.
that was literally what they
I
said.
know, it's
That's
so
literally what Tua
stupid.
said.
Like-
I think it's
I drank the juice. I took Dolphins minus 3.5
Same.
like, as my hammer of the day. I thought they
took
were going to
Dolphins
blow
I
them
just ripped
out.
money line.
Can we stay on the Jag or on the Dolphins for 1 second and talk about the fact that like Tyreek Hill to score a touchdown was the easiest pick of all time yesterday after he got arrested?
Like yes, in hindsight, Tyreek
No,
Hill.
not hindsight.
No, like I took
Foresight.
it. I took it
No,
foresight.
every single person took it. But what I'm just saying is, like, after you watch the game, like, they did not play well. Like, it wasn't as
He
the
scored an
offense did not-
80-yard touchdown.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, given how the Dolphins played, like the Dolphins offense played, they did not play well. I didn't like.
By the
watching
way,
that
we're talking
game.
about we're talking about him.
we're talking
and
about Tyreek Hill.
The bet I'm making when I'm taking Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown
Just be
is for him
sick.
to have an 80-yard
You know what I
touchdown.
wonder? If
That's what I'm assuming is going to happen.
I wonder if you took 100, if you parlayed, which I did yesterday, 100+ receiving yards and an anytime touchdown for Tyreek every single week, how many times that's going to hit?
That's
I mean, if he
good
has a touchdown,
theory.
it's
Probably,
almost
yeah.
positive he's gonna have 100 because the
It's gonna be
touchdown's
more
gonna be
than 50.
60 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah,
It's crazy.
He's sick. He's
He's so sick.
Yeah, that was insane, and he got arrested. That's pretty sick.
sick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join the club.
I
buddy.
want to jump to the Browns Cowboys game,
Okay.
if that's kosher.
Yeah.
Which game?
The Browns.
God, those afternoon slate games sucked.
So bad,
Oh
so
my
bad.
God.
Really
Why
not
did the
good.
4 o'clock slate games never have any good
Why the
ones?
fuck did Dak get paid on the morning of like something about Dak getting paid
Weird.
before a game feels like a direct shot at Micah Parsons, and I can't tell you why. Just
No,
something
and
about it
then
feels
Micah
They
weird.
Parsons
wanted
balled out.
Micah to ball like he did yesterday.
Something about it. Something is sketchy about that.
By the way, no, 100% the reason they did that was because the Browns when you're playing the Browns on the road, that's a really tough environment. You need the defense to set the tone. Micah
they
Parsons sees that in the morning. He's like, what the fuck? He's pissed the fuck off. And he balls the fuck out like he did yesterday.
So is Micah not going to be the odd man out? Like we kept saying this all offseason, and the money doesn't seem to make sense. But are they just going to pay
By the
Micah,
way,
Dak, and CD and figure it out?
I don't know, but just absolutely unload the clip on Micah DPOY. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I am putting every cent to my name on that.
How much
like,
is that?
I don't give a fuck what it is. It's
What's
not
your- what's your
much.
net worth?
I got
It's- Mine. Oh, you got my net worth? Yeah, my net.
Yeah,
my
it-
net worth is like $45.
Do you want me to include the little hyphen before the number, or
Yeah, the hyphen would be good. Yeah. No, but no, I feel like he's gonna be playing so pissed off all year. He's like, wow, those other 2 guys got paid. I'm not. Fuck them. Let me just like go out here and show them or someone else that I'm worth a shit ton.
I don't understand how the Cowboys could let Micah Parsons walk. He's the best. I mean, there's an argument. He's a top 3 defender in the
Yes,
NFL.
yes, yeah.
And I think they're just going to say fuck it and pay the 3 of them half their salary cap. I think that's what the Cowboys are going to do.
So I think that's what they're
that,
going to do.
cap,
I think that's
what-
what they're going to do because Jerry Jones, as he said, is the best GM in the NFL. No one else could come in, so that
He's
it
a
makes
fucking
no,
moron,
it makes
bro.
total sense, right?
Yeah.
Like no one else could do what Jerry Jones would do, which is pay your entire salary cap to 3 players. If I was the general manager of the Dallas Cowboys, and I want your guys' thoughts. We've seen how this Cowboys team has performed with those 3 as your cornerstones. What I would do is see what this exact team, because it's a very similar build outside of the Tyron fucking Smiths of the world. And
Hey,
like,
whoa.
No,
That's
I'm
a jet
just saying.
now.
I'm just saying some pieces are not there.
Good
no
ball
Pollard,
player.
whatever. But see how far this team could go. If they do not make the NFC Championship game, then Micah Parsons, with 1 year left on his deal, gets traded. And I will tell you this, the entire NFL will unload the absolute clip with your DPOY stand.
Yeah.
Like, every single person is going to come for Micah Parsons.
They'll give him whatever the fuck that
You
man
want to talk
wants.
about how to build a team in the smart way? Let them ride it out this year. If it's the same spot, move Micah for whatever it might be worth.
Tycho, where's he going?
And we go.
Okay,
He's coming
wait.
to Chicago.
He's not going to the Bears.
Tycho thinks Micah Parsons is a
Caleb
Chicago
Williams,
Bear.
we tweeted something with him going to the Bills.
So therefore, he's going to be a Chicago Bear.
The Cowboys make it to the NFC Championship game and lose. What are you doing?
I am running it back.
Why?
Because we've improved.
They haven't been to the
every
NFC
year.
Championship game in
Yeah.
30
He just-
years, by the
But
way.
he just said, like, if they make the NFC Championship game and lose, because again, we're moving one step closer. I think then we need to figure out what the issue is, and depends how they play. But I just don't know if Brandon Cooks can be that too.
I can't
love
imagine.
Brandon Cooks,
I cannot
but-
imagine that there's ever been a championship-winning team that pays half their salary to 3 guys. That's not how
yeah.
you build a championship
Tom Brady was
roster.
taking pay cuts his entire
Exactly.
career,
That's
right?
like how great teams are formed.
Mahomes' deal is super team friendly.
It's
now.
so good
Like,
now. Yeah, he's making $5 million less than Justin Herbert, and he's fucking Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
I want to
It's just not. How much is Dak getting? $60 million a year? Was that the
60
number?
mil, the most guaranteed.
Right.
Dak deserves that money, though. I will say that. I think whether you no,
he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
No. Everyone's gonna make the argument that Dak Prescott, regular season quarterback, absolutely. But the truth is, yes, he is, and he's played incredibly when healthy in the regular season. The Cowboys are not just losing because of Dak fucking Prescott. It's a team sport.
Yeah. No, I mean it is. Look, Dak is really good. I don't believe in him. I don't believe in him at all.
I believe in Dak Prescott. I don't believe in Jerry Jones to build an offense around or build a team around Dak Prescott
Like
and his strengths.
what are we doing? Like you guys were one of the best teams of football last year. What the fuck are you doing running out Ezekiel Elliott and Rico fucking Dowdle?
Okay, hold
week
on.
one.
Be nice to
No,
Rico.
No, shut up. I don't care how you feel about Rico Dowdle. Like,
No,
what are we doing with that?
unnecessary.
That is the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
I'm not as concerned because like running backs, we just know they're not as valuable, and like you could the
But
Zeke
dude,
aspect. No, the Zeke aspect's
what are we
worrisome.
doing?
I don't know why you bring back Zeke, but what I'm more
That's
concerned about
dumb.
is the fact that you don't add any other wide receivers. Brandon Cooks always been good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think any defense is looking at Brandon Cooks as the wide receiver 2 and being fucking scared. It's how do we stop CeeDee
Yeah.
Lamb? We need another weapon for Dak Prescott, and Brandon Cooks could have been the guy, but that's kind of how I see it. So I think the Dallas Cowboys, like, if you're a Cowboys fan, I don't see another answer other than ride out this NFL season, see how far you go. If you do not make the NFC Championship, that has to be your floor with this team, with this core, with this trio. Then Micah Parsons gets traded on the final year of his deal because you'll get a fuck ton of capital and you'll be right back. You'll be right back.
You'll get so many first round picks. Like,
I want to throw this out to you, and I want everyone to answer it. If Micah Parsons had to go anywhere, I know your answer, but if Micah Parsons gets traded, what's the team you'd want to see Mike on?
I mean, obviously, you have to like give me some time.
Yeah, give me a second there. Like obviously, I want him to see him on the Bears, but like I don't think that's where he goes. I'm thinking.
I feel like here's the thing is like if you're an edge rusher, you can go to like literally any team. It's not like every team could use one. So it's like I don't know. I'll say this is such a hard question.
Wait, well, okay,
There's too many
I want to
teams.
see him go to the Ravens. I think that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say,
Yeah, wow.
that's
He
what I was
feels like,
thinking too.
let's restore the Ravens' defense to greatness. Like,
That's
let's
exactly
give him
what
a
I was
massive
thinking.
player.
Actually,
I want
literally
Micah
thinking
By the
Parsons
way,
in a Ravens uniform. It'd be so cool.
Super Ravensy move to go trade for like one of the best defenders in football
When
and
you need
not
him.
give Lamar a receiver.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
Yes.
that would be so Ravens. Like,
Yeah, they're very much stuck in what? Early
Did we all just
early
think Ravens?
2010s, yeah.
I was thinking it, but
I
I, didn't
was
want to
thinking
say it
it
because
was
I was
Ravens.
like, that's a little. Like,
I have
that's
another.
too good.
I have a weird
Like,
one.
Let's hear
Because
it.
again, I'm just trying to think of the money.
Dude, who cares
Stop
about the money?
the fucking money. Nobody else knows the money.
No one knows the money. And also, the one thing I know about the NFL and money now is it's all fucking fairy dust. They just go, oh, it's a bonus. And then they pay the guy $90 million
It is,
and it
but
doesn't
I
hit
would-
the salary
I would
cap.
love to
So
see-
money isn't a thing.
Adam, where would
Money's
you like
not a
him?
thing.
I would like to see Micah Parsons on the opposite side of Max Crosby.
I mean,
mean,
that would
that'd be
be
gross,
sick. Yeah.
That'd be gross.
Micah looks so good in that Vegas uni too.
How
Oh my
do you stop that
God.
defense? If you have those guys on the edges, there's never been an edge duo like that.
I don't
And
think
then
so.
you have
No.
Christian Wilkins in the middle.
Jesus.
Oh,
And then Aiden
that's
O'Connell
sick.
under
Khalil
center.
Mack, Julius Peppers.
And Aiden O'Connell under center.
Not
Dude,
the
that's
same at all, but it's
That's
up
a
there.
Super Bowl team.
Dude, what?
What did you just say? What was the Julius
Khalil
Peppers?
Mack, Julius Peppers.
Julius Peppers was
We-
like 37 by that time.
Tycho,
I know.
that's a horrible.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question because we were
Sorry.
talking about the Cowboys, and I want to kind of segue this before we go into our final segment of the recaps episode. But what would this Browns team look like with Baker Mayfield at the helm?
They're one of the best teams in football. I'm not even fucking
Do you think
kidding.
Baker
This
Mayfield
is,
makes this Browns team a top 5 team in the NFL, hands down?
borderline top 5? Like they'd be in the same realm as the Texans, in my opinion. Like
That's actually not
that,
bad
like
take.
that kind of team that the Texans are. Where you're like, you know what? They could make that leap to be a Super Bowl contender this year, or like maybe they need one more year, right? It's like that same level team, but a team that you're scared of to play every week. Baker Mayfield fucking found something, bro.
Quite literally,
like, he's
only
sick again. I love it.
Dude, only the Browns could manage to have Baker Mayfield. They give him away for nothing, replace him with Deshaun Watson,
Who
with
is supposed to be awesome.
like a top 5 quarterback,
Yeah.
give him $230 million guaranteed, and then 2 years later, Baker Mayfield is leaps and bounds better than
Like
Deshaun
Baker- like
Watson.
The Deshaun Watson fall off is on the field is
It's
going to be
insane.
studied.
It's
I just
insane.
don't understand. I get you were away
Deshaun
from
Watson
football,
is-
but I don't. He lost
He's
it
so
all.
bad.
He
He's
lost
so
it all.
fucking bad.
It's crazy.
And Baker is so fucking sick. He's like Baker Mayfield's a borderline top 10 quarterback in the league right now. And
Oh,
I
I
don't
think
think that's a wild thing to say.
Not at all.
Look at what he did yesterday. I know he's
No.
playing
He
the
had an
fucking
amazing
Commanders.
game. By the way,
but-
if it's like quarterback power ranking solely off of week 1, he's a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah,
So,
if we're going off
so
week
you know
one,
what?
yeah.
Touchdowns.
we have to give Baker a little more respect. I think like he's not just like managing the game for the Bucks. He's fucking slinging that bitch.
How much stock do we put in the
Like-
fact that it was the commies and not like
A lot of stock.
No, but like, dude, like he won a playoff game for the Bucks last year, and people thought they were not going to be competitive whatsoever.
We were talking about this.
He beat the Eagles, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't
Like,
disagree. I think
straight
I think
up.
this Browns and a lot of people are saying it. Like the Browns have. I think by week 4, you need to know is either you're gonna go forward with Deshaun Watson or you're putting in Jameis Winston.
Hey, man.
Like this team is too talented to sit there and say like Deshaun, I get we paid you all this fucking money. You get the entirety of the season. Deshaun Watson is fucking happy to be back there. The dude can't throw. He's got a broken shoulder.
All I'm gonna say is like,
What do you want?
the Jameis thing? It's like, you know, like that meme of the stare or something like that. It's like, doesn't work, but could be fun to fix.
Yeah.
That's the Jameis, but it's a fun experiment,
And
man.
here's
Like,
the thing, too,
I
with the
feel like it'd be
Browns.
funny.
They have a good enough defense to trot out someone like Jameis Winston who can make mistakes and throw interceptions. And then the defense, bend, don't break. They give up a field goal, give it back to Jameis. Oh, boom, 80-yard touchdown
there's an
pass.
absolute bomb to
Like
Jerry Jeudy.
that's the quarterback that you could play behind the Browns defense. Deshaun Watson's a fucking snooze fest,
By the way,
bro.
But-
Deshaun Watson's a
but-
fucking pussy now too. He does not want to push the ball down the field.
He's
But
awful.
with that being said, I feel like they were pretty close. And Deshaun, when Amari Cooper missed, there was a moment in the
No.
third quarter where Amari Cooper had a
game was
step.
over
Adam,
by
they were
then.
not
No, I
close.
don't
There was
think
the
the game was
garbage
over.
time Jerome
I think it was like a
Ford
14-point
touchdown.
game at that point, no?
You want me to find the
Adam,
No, but I
Adam,
thought it was.
It was never that close. I feel like the Cowboys were just
never
smoking
I think,
the ball game.
but theoretically, it could be one of those where it never felt close, but then you actually look at the score and the amount of time with the way that defense is and be like, holy shit.
Well,
if
the-
Amari Cooper catches that pass, it's a very different ballgame. I'm not defending Deshaun
The
Watson
score,
on
Adam,
the
you
field.
literally
Deshaun
went
Watson,
crazy for a Jerome Ford garbage
but the
time
game was
tutty.
over at 29 seconds. I'm saying if this happened in the third quarter, I'm just trying to fact check when it happened.
Dude, but here's the thing.
7:47 to the third quarter. Deshaun Watson pass incomplete deep right to Amari Cooper.
Wow.
Penalty on Dallas.
What was the
Oh,
score?
What was the
no, that
score?
was good.
Do you see
27 to 10.
Okay,
so yeah, it's
27-17 with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. That could have been a very different ballgame.
Yeah, it could have been. But
Yeah,
it's
it
a
could've
10
been,
point,
but
that's
he-
a
but
10
he
point
wasn't.
goal.
By the way, could have
No, I
been,
know. I'm
but he
just
missed
saying. I'm
him.
just saying. No, Amari Cooper missed it. That was in his hands.
Okay. Anyway, getting back to the question
Baker.
that you proposed here, like I feel like if the Browns had a quarterback like Baker Mayfield right now, a guy that's like he's not turning the ball over that much anymore at all. He has balls. He's slinging it. People like the players around him in Tampa love him and want to play for him. I feel like I do not see any players fucking with Deshaun Watson. In Cleveland.
No, he's also because he's a fucking weirdo. Like we know
Yeah.
what he did off the field. Everyone thinks he's a fucking sketch ball. Like
Yeah.
that's not a guy that
Like,
you want to get in the huddle
dude,
with
and
and go to
Cle-
war with.
and
He's a
Cleveland-
fucking weirdo.
Dude, like with Cleveland too, like they're such like a gritty city. You just need a guy to fucking rally around.
Yeah, Baker was that guy.
He was that guy.
What happened? What are they doing?
I
oh my
think-
god!
I
As a
think they-
Jets fan, it makes me sick to my stomach. I feel so bad for Browns fans because I can so empathize
have
with
it even
them
worse,
because
bro.
they are the
Yeah.
one organization in sports that has it worse than the New York Jets, and they year after year prove that they can take it to new heights as
What, Tycho?
how bad they can make it.
Check the tweet I just sent you. Very relevant to this conversation. The tweet is from someone random on Twitter. If Deshaun had stepped up on this play, Cooper breaks free from this. It is the most relevant tweet I think I've ever seen. It literally just popped up on my timeline.
Yep, no, he's totally right.
Like if he just steps in the pocket there, Amari Cooper's already beat his man.
Yeah, no, Deshaun Watson's a shitty quarterback.
Great
sorry.
way to tie a bow on
I don't
it.
know
Way
what
to
you
tie
want
a
me to
bow
say.
on it.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about the Baker thing quickly with the Sam Darnold aspect of it, because the Vikings, we started talking about this a little bit, but at some point we have to stop writing off these quarterbacks that were high draft picks and think about them in like the right system, right? So when I say that is like, we talk about Anthony Richardson with Shane Steichen. We talk about Jalen Hurts with Shane Steichen, but Jalen Hurts now gets a new system and he doesn't look as strong. What happens when a quarterback gets in the right system?
The thing is, the talent doesn't go away.
The Bucs system is better for Baker Mayfield than the Brown system was for him. I truly believe that.
And I think there's less pressure, right? Because they won a Super Bowl recently. There's less pressure to go out there and be the guy
Exactly.
for Tampa.
And then you look at Sam Darnold, who has been written off completely.
Multiple times.
By the way,
Multiple times.
Weirdly, he looked like shit for the Niners against the Rams' second stringers. It was weird last year.
It's interesting. So I just think like we need we get into so many debates and arguments about like talent and like people come at Brock for the system, the Tua for the system, but like the fact of the matter is like
every quarterback needs
a system to succeed.
Okay, I have a hypothetical for you guys. Sam Darnold throws for 4,000 yards this season, 30 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. They are a wild card team. Does J.J. McCarthy get the starter's job?
Absolutely
J.J.
not.
McCarthy.
Absolutely not. They took him, what, 5th overall?
You make your mistakes. I can't think of something that happened in the draft off the top of my head, but I feel like examples to point to a very similar situation.
I can bring it up with my team. The Niners had a top 5
Trey
pick
Lance.
with Trey Lance.
Thank
Brock
you.
Purdy goes fucking ballistic,
Thank
and
you.
he plays so well. He doesn't
there was an
lose a game
example.
that he starts and finishes.
If-
He's the starter the next
If
year.
Sam Darnold plays well, J.J. McCarthy is not the starter next year.
And then what do they do with him? They trade him? Or
No,
they just
no,
like have
you
him
sit
sit under
back.
Sam
I'm sorry,
Darnold?
Still
but
got him on the cheap.
Yeah.
It's like fine.
It's look, the
got
numbers
5
I
years.
just said wasn't like ballistic. It was a good season and they made the playoffs.
Tycho's 4,000 yards is a really good year.
4,000 yards is a great year.
It would be
Yeah.
the best year ever in
I'm sorry,
Bears
but like
history.
Exactly.
if Sam Darnold ends up if they're even in the hunt, given what people were saying about the Vikings, JJ McCarthy should not touch the field next year. Wow.
By
They
the
have
way-
5 years of JJ McCarthy. Let the wheels fall off with Sam
I-
Darnold, the same way the Seahawks are with Geno Smith, and potentially who fucking knows with
Okay.
what's happening with the Niners.
I'm very happy for Sam Darnold that he played well and he looked good yesterday against the Giants.
It's a long
by the way,
season.
who are
Yes.
so ass.
That's a
But-
very, very good caveat.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out.
And also, I feel like, are we forgetting when Sam Darnold looked really good for a few games with the Panthers like 3 years ago?
Yes, that did happen. I picked him up
3
in
or 4
fantasy
years
leagues.
ago. He
I
looked
definitely-
really good. People were
I
like,
never
you know
forgot.
what? The Jets were the problem, not Sam Darnold. Then Sam Darnold was the problem.
Yeah, no, we gotta
He was
wait. But this is
Here-
week one.
And he has never been in an offense and a system as good as the Vikings. Kevin O'Connell's a great play
Yeah.
caller. We've seen what that offense can do over the last few years with Kirk Cousins. He has Justin Jefferson. I think Jordan Addison got hurt, though.
I'm saying let's just not get too ahead of ourselves.
I know, let's not. I mean, yeah, the numbers
because
I
we
just
saw
threw
this
out.
years ago when the Panthers had like DJ Moore and guys.
Yeah.
Like, they had
What
good
even
guys.
was, does someone have Sam Darnold's numbers? Like, were they even
Yeah,
crazy?
I can pull him up.
I can
Wait,
grab
I
them
got it.
pretty
One
quick,
I
second.
think
too.
it was low key just because Daniel
Sam
Jones looks-
Darnold was 19 of 24, 79% completion percentage,
great.
200 yards, 2 touchdowns,
picks.
1 INT, 79 QBR.
See, that's not
That's
the
fine.
sickest game.
Yeah,
it was
fine.
it was
It's
a
fine.
winning game
By the
against
way-
an awful Giants team.
Can
but-
I
The
move off of
Vikings
this?
are going to beat teams they should beat. I don't think they can beat any great teams, but that's fine. This
Yeah.
year, that's all right.
Can I go into our last
please.
2 things because I think it's really important. We gotta fucking stop putting Joe Burrow in the Patrick Mahomes category. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Or-
We just gotta stop.
Honestly, or even the Josh Allen category.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
I'm in. I'm.
I totally agree. Yeah.
No,
Like,
it's-
I
never-
love the
never thought Jack would
Bengals.
say
I
that. I
love
never
the
thought Jack
Bengals
would
and I
say
love Joe, but bro, what are we fucking doing anymore? Like I just.
But he didn't have
I
T.
get,
Higgins.
I get it. I
But
get
he
it.
didn't have T. Higgins.
Exactly. He didn't have T. And he looked like fucking shit.
Yeah, you're not
Like-
Pat Mahomes if a guy like T. Higgins not being in the offense derails your team and you
And no
lose to
Tyler
the
Boyd,
Patriots.
like-
Ed Jamar. I don't care if he hasn't been practicing.
Like, look what Pat Mahomes did with no one last year. That's Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is Joe Burrow. He's a top 10. We can still give him top 10.
No,
I'd
no,
say he's
Joe
top
Burrow
5 still.
coming into the season, and I think most
Everyone
people
have
still
top-
in the NFL
yeah.
will say Joe Burrow is a top 5, if not top 3 quarterback in the NFL. And what we are saying is based off of week 1 and how he's played, and given how he played last year, even though there were injuries, we cannot be putting Joe Burrow in the same category with Josh fucking Allen. I'm sorry. We cannot.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck does Josh Allen have? And he still carried their ass.
Dude,
His
he's
back
got
must be in
Keenan
so
Coleman,
much God
Khalil
pain.
Shakir.
He had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And you know what? Ray made the best point on our Sunday Night Football live stream. The Bengals are running into an ego problem.
What's that?
Jamar Chase letting the best get to him. Like he has 2 years left on his deal. Jettis went out and played, and I get it. Jamar is going to play, but it seems like it is fucking up team chemistry in some capacity. You cannot lose to the Patriots. I'm sorry.
You cannot.
They are the worst team. They have less talent than the Carolina Panthers.
I get you're starting slow, and it's like, oh, we haven't really known what's going to happen with Jamar and T all year. I don't give a fuck. If you don't practice for 3 fucking months, you are the Bengals, lowest town. You have to beat the Patriots.
If you have Joe fucking Burrow, if the internet tells you that Joe fucking Burrow is Joe fucking Burrow, if every single person is telling you that Joe Burrow is the real fucking deal, I don't give a shit if Jamar Chase didn't even practice.
Bro,
you better find a way to beat the New England Patriots.
He lost to Jacoby Brissett. That was the opposing quarterback.
You lost to a coach who hasn't even coached.
First game ever for Gerard Mayo, and he puts on a defensive masterclass against you, and you act like you're a top 5 quarterback in the NFL?
Let's not act like good for Gerard Mayo.
Great
Maybe
for
he's a
Gerard
great
Mayo,
defensive head coach.
I'm just saying, like, again, can the
take it
Bengals
away.
be the Bengals? We have all picked the Bengals to win the division.
We had them going 12-5.
Yeah.
At some point, we have to get real about Joe Burrow. And as of right now, after week 1 for the Cincinnati Bengals against New England Patriots, we cannot put Joe Burrow in that same echelon right now with Josh Allen because of what he is the leader of this team. And granted, I'm sure there are going to be a ton of Bengals fans that are going to point to so many other things, the defense, the offensive line, other things, skill position, whatever it might be. But from a high-level perspective, from someone just reacting, I don't give a fuck. You don't lose to the Patriots.
Okay,
They scored what? 10, 13 points against the fucking Patriots, bro?
And look, you know what's awesome? You know who they play next week?
The Ravens.
Nope, the Kansas City Chiefs. So we will get a very good look as to how well Joe Burrow compares to Pat Mahomes.
It's going to be a
And
close
that's the
game,
thing,
and we're
it's
going to
like-
change our narrative.
I'm hammering the Bengals +6. This is
I
a
will
massive
I will
bounce
as
back.
well. But also, like, my thing is, what we've seen now with Josh Allen without any weapons, right? Like, he can put the team on his back. He can fucking carry them, will them to a victory. He can do that. Patrick Mahomes, obviously, we've seen can do that. I haven't seen Joe Burrow do that yet. Because he's always had dudes around him, and now he doesn't have all the dudes.
You take away Tyler Boyd. You take away T. Higgins. You take away Joe Mixon. Like, what?
Can Joe Burrow actually lead this team to, like, be still an elite football team without? That's a lot of guys that you're missing. I don't know. Jury's out on that. Once he does do that, I will be so back in on the Bengals and Joe Burrow.
I want to circle back. I am so rooting for Joe Burrow. I want him to be that guy. We all love the Bengals.
We were talking yesterday, like, our second, or maybe said it today, I don't remember. Second favorite team is the Bengals.
Yeah, it hurts me to see. I took them live to win. I took up a bunch of times yesterday. I had them in every parlay.
I'll tell you right now, the Bengals are going to keep it, I feel like, competitive against the Chiefs, and our narratives are drastically going to change.
It's in Kansas City, right?
But I don't know. But reacting after week 1,
yes,
to have these reactions, to have these overreactions, I don't think is too far gone.
No, it's what
I don't think it's far off. But last segment that I want to run by, because this was a really fun one, but it's obviously only been week 1. There's only been one game fucking played. But in my opinion, these teams are not Super Bowl contenders after week 1.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me where I went wrong.
Well, we made the list together.
I know,
last
but
night,
we're trying to do something here. So the Baltimore Ravens.
Wrong. I think you went wrong on the first one.
No, I mean, so Adam and I made this list yesterday, so I agree with all of them. But like the Ravens one, they're not a contender because until Lamar has a wide receiver one, like an alpha, that offense is not going to be able to keep up with and compete with the elite of the elite.
Let me do you one better. Not a Super Bowl contender, Carolina Panthers.
Ooh, good take.
Good take. No, that's a fair take.
No, because they have an alpha wide receiver one.
Shut
so
the
you never know.
You're Deontay Johnson.
Gritty workhorse.
I just don't think. I
I
just think when I look at the Baltimore Ravens, like, was last year their ceiling? That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
You added Derrick Henry. That's
By
your
the way,
splash play.
I think it was.
No, Lamar Jackson was hurt in that game, and they lost by 7.
Okay. Well, Lamar Jackson, with the way he runs, and if he's going to keep trusting his legs, hopefully he can stay healthy. Number 2, we just talked about them, the Cincinnati Bengals. I just
Yeah. No, I agree with that one.
After week 1?
How are you going to beat fucking Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes in the playoff game, let alone
the
both
Jets.
of them?
Well, you just brought up Josh Allen. The next I'd probably say is Josh Allen the Bills, because at some point I don't think you can. It's the same Lamar thing. I don't know how much the quarterback can carry you. Now, if Josh Allen comes out, takes him to an AFC Championship game with less fucking talent, he will lock up that number 2 spot.
Yeah.
Easily. But you can't carry your team. At what point? At what point, if you're not named Patrick Mahomes, can you take a team with very little weapons, very little talent on the offensive side?
I
of the ball?
like the
What do you-
Bills' talent.
yeah.
Like James Cook, Dalton Kincaid, Keon
What I'm trying
Coleman,
to fucking
Shakir's
say
good.
is,
Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir. Like they're not slouches over in Buffalo.
yeah, but you're a fantasy guy, so it feels like a little bit
yes,
stronger. Like
true,
we're very
correct.
much skewed.
But
let's be real. It's not the same talent as like the other top tier.
no,
teams
but
in the
I'm not
NFC.
ready to put the not a Super Bowl contender title on the.
well, I'm just
Bills
going off
yet.
of week one.
I
Yeah, I know.
understand what you're saying though, because it's like there's no way Josh Allen can just like throw everyone on his back every
Like,
week.
I get it. It's only been one single week, but we're talking about a sport
It's hard to
that
do. It's hard to
needs
do.
21 other guys to come through. And those two teams, the Ravens and the fucking Bills, had one guy for the most part doing everything for them as for what it felt like.
Yeah,
and
no,
so that's
that
what I'm
is
saying.
what it
It's
was.
hard to sustain.
The last two, the Detroit Lions.
Wrong.
Okay, maybe that
wrong.
was a
I
strong.
like that one. I like that one.
Maybe that one was
I
because
knew you guys would be totally opposite on this
well,
one.
you took away Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta, and like I don't know, it just.
And then they won the game.
by the way-
Amon-Ra Brown
Okay,
Amon-Ra
they
Brown
won.
had
The Bills?
15 yards and won the game.
I get it. I think from what I saw yesterday with Jared Goff, I just don't think Jared Goff's going to get you there. He's not going to get you to the promised land.
Dude, look, I know we're doing the whole, it's week one, let's do some overreaction shit, but like Jared Goff should have been in the Super Bowl last year. I'm correct. He could have, should have, would have been in the Super Bowl, and now we're saying they're done after week one in a game that they won.
But Tycho had a take, which is we're going to be talking about 10 years from now. Like the 2023
flash in the
Detroit
pan.
Lions was the flash in the
No,
frying pan.
dude, you guys have to remember. Look, like they were up 17-3 yesterday,
blew
and then
it.
blew it, and then were able to buckle back
No,
down and rattle off 9 straight unanswered to win it in overtime. Like that's what a championship
They
caliber
got
team
some
does.
grit. Hold on, hold on.
We said
No, they
earlier
don't
about the
blow it.
Dolphins.
I got it.
They don't blow it. We said
I
earlier about the Dolphins. You have to win these type of games if you're an elite team. The games that you don't play your best football in, and they were able to do that.
The Lions one might have been a stretch.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that was,
Let's
I
move
think,
on.
just put on there and be like,
Let's talk about them.
I think it was
let's
against.
throw it out
But I agree.
there.
It worked.
Actually,
It
literally, the
worked.
reason you just gave is exactly how I feel. Right? Like team sport, they won. They found a way to win. There's not the other thing with this is the Bills and the Ravens have one guy. What feels like that is going to need to carry them to get them there. The Lions can win in a multitude of
Lions
ways.
have 15
The last
guys.
team would be the Eagles, but I think it's a very similar argument, right?
you say
Where
it's you think honorable mention. I say absolutely not because I think Jalen Hurts sucks.
I think actually it's the same argument, right? Jalen Hurts played arguably his worst game in some
still put
time.
35
And they
points.
still ended up putting up points. They still found a way to win. So I still think the Eagles are Super Bowl contenders. I still think the Lions are contenders. But the reason I don't feel after week one that I can say that easily the Bills and the Ravens are contenders is because at some point Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen's shoulders are going to get fucking tired of carrying that team on their back. And it's really hard to trust that.
I can agree with the
So,
with the
so
Bengals.
congratulations to the Chiefs and the Niners in a rematch.
I'm
Yeah, I was
happy
like,
that
are we-
the Bears are left off this list, so we still could be
No,
contenders.
because you guys were never contenders to start with.
That's not true.
That's
Yeah.
100%.
By the
true.
way,
not
he
true.
wanted to put the Dolphins, and as much as I wanted to say, I was like, we weren't in that tier of contenders.
And by
jury's
the way,
still
the
out on
Bears,
the New York
the Bears
Jets.
were lower tier
No,
than the
that's true.
Dolphins.
Jury's
The
still out.
Jets.
If we
By the way, the Jets, when you're making like team tier lists, the Jets are like, there's a big tier list, and then there's a Jets off to the side because like I don't fucking know what they are.
say the Jets come out and win 35-10 tonight, where do they rank?
Number
as
one.
Number two.
contenders?
Number two.
No, they're number one. I
Number
don't give a
two.
fuck. They're number one.
If,
They're number
if
two.
If the Jets win 35
Like
to 10,
curb stomp.
they will literally be number 2 in my power.
They'll be number one for me. What if Pat? They'll be number one because if you guys can do that on the road to the Niners, 35 to fucking 10.
All right, well, I want to wrap up.
Look how excited you are.
Could have it.
I want to wrap
It could
up.
also be that.
And
It
I
could
want,
be.
I want to start Wednesday's episode with thoughts from you guys on your
Yeah.
team who played tonight. I'll give you 20 seconds to kind of give your thoughts both individually.
Pat's
before
going
we
to
wrap.
need more time than me, so I'll give some of my time to you, correct?
Yeah.
So,
Thank
by the
you.
way, the Niners returned to everybody. Everybody's back. They're all excited. They're all happy. They're all healthy. Ricky Pearsall brought everyone back together. The vibes are up. We're
If the
back.
Niners lose this game, it doesn't even matter in my opinion. So
That does, for
Don't
sure.
why you
No,
say
it
that? That
doesn't.
just like is like kind of rude to me.
Pat, go.
Sorry, that
That
threw
was
me
a
for
little
loop.
that was
You're
a
good.
little rude.
You're
As if
good.
my
Yeah.
win would mean nothing. Is
Be stronger than this.
No, I'm saying
Be
it
stronger
means
than
nothing.
this.
Hey, be
It
strong.
means
Be strong.
Sorry,
Be strong.
sorry.
It means nothing
Yeah.
to the
He
Niners.
hates your team. He
I
hates
know,
your
he
team.
does.
Remember
It's
this.
I don't think it
Hey,
means
hey, hey.
anything.
Look at me. Look at me.
Just go.
There you go.
I have crippling anxiety about this game. I can't stop thinking about the first drive that Aaron Rodgers is under center and tearing his ACL. There's nothing else I can think about.
Spit it out.
There's nothing else I can think about. I want to dream and I want to believe and I want to see my team in the promised land and all the pieces coming together because we have so many pieces. We have so many pieces. We have all the pieces and we have the biggest piece of them all, MVP, Hall of Fame, Super Bowl winning quarterback. We just need him to stay
40
healthy.
years old?
We just need him to stay healthy. It's a 40-year-old repaired Achilles. It's not.
his-
You can't trust that, but I have to. It's the only choice I have is to trust a 40-year-old's ruptured Achilles that was fixed last year. But there's no reason it couldn't happen. Crazier things have happened. Imagine the story. Imagine this story.
All right, buckle in.
Imagine the story. The New York Jets, a team much maligned over the last 70 years of football, won Super Bowl, haven't been back since 1969.
Nice.
And it's been 14 years since they even made the playoffs, back-to-back AFC championships before that. And they sign an MVP Hall of Fame quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. They get him on the team, and he goes down, tears his Achilles 4 steps into his Jets career. And everyone's laughing, ha, 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 same old Jets, the goddamn Jets. Nothing's changed.
I was laughing at
Nothing's
that.
changed. And then what happens?
They do it again.
No. Jesus from on high comes down, kisses Aaron Rodgers' Achilles. He gives him a kiss, a little right on the Achilles, and it's fixed. And it's fixed forever. It's the best Achilles in the NFL. And Aaron Rodgers,
Best Achilles.
this Achilles is the best Achilles
I've seen.
It's the best Achilles you've ever seen. And then Aaron Rodgers balls the fuck out for 17 games. The Jets go 13-4. They're the best team in football. Everyone that was laughing has to tuck their tails and go on to national media and say, wow, I was wrong about the New York Jets. And they hoist the Lombardi trophy. They go down Broadway, a ticker tape parade in Manhattan. And Jets fans all around the world rejoice saying, we're not the same old Jets that you remember. We're not your mama and papa's Jets.
So how do you feel about this whole theory if the Niners beat you like 31-13 tonight?
Is Aaron Rodgers playing the whole game?
Yeah, but he plays like okay.
So fine.
All right.
Feels so fine.
On that note,
On that note, that was nice. Thank you for that soliloquy.
Tycho did say we have 20 seconds each.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was that more than 20
All right.
seconds?
Well, hey, that was our week one
Kinda blacked
recaps
out.
episode where we'll recap literally
so
as
back.
much as we can. Wow, that was an exhilarating episode. Wednesday, we're gonna get your thoughts, both your thoughts on the game. We're gonna have a lot of fun games. As a reminder, every Sunday night, we're gonna be live streaming, giving away $1,000 in an NFL jersey of your choice. And make sure to download Better. Play Better Picks, the easiest daily fantasy app to use where you can 1,000 extra money go from $1 to $1,000. It's that simple. I was so close to winning $5,000 last night on Better Picks. So we're going to try it again for tonight's game. And
Hammer Mike Williams under.
We'll see you Wednesday. Love
Receiving
you.
yards.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Caps Off is brought to you by Better, starring Adam Spachnik, Jack Perotti, and this guy Pat right now, who we don't know if we're officially giving a seat to.
Cool.
Make sure to check out our socials at Caps Off Pod on Instagram and Caps Off Podcast on TikTok. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at the link in the description. And as always, be sure to download Better and play Better Picks with promo code CAPSOFF to play the best daily fantasy football app on the market.